Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and we're back with Chapter 9, Downtown All Collectibles for The Last of Us Part 2. Now, we're going to get all of the normal stuffs, as you can see there. Lots of supplements, lots of weapon parts. We're also going to pick up a couple of extra weapons and a holster, which are relevant to other trophy progress. So, again, all non-essential gameplay and cutscenes have been removed. We have sped this video up ever so slightly, and of course, we do want to remind you we do have quick links down below in the video description. Now, the Servina Hotel is where we're headed to, but first we got to find out that this generator that powers the door is needing some gas. Now, keep in mind that we are going to have to return to this place at the end of the level. So it's kind of like a giant figure 8, but if you can imagine, like, you know, like a race car doing a big burnout, doing lots and lots of donuts, like it's kind of like one of those figure 8s because we go all over back and forth. Now, once you find out that that gas is missing, there is a little guard shack just to the left. We're going to go ahead and grab artifact number 1 out of the drawer inside. Then we're going to go ahead and hop on our old horsey here. Yeehaw. And we're going to actually just keep on to the left, go over the old chain link fence, and through these couple of like checkpoints, and then out into the open world here. This is a huge, huge area. It is highly confusing. But we do get a map, and we're actually going to get a quick peek at that right now. As you can see, there's all sorts of, like, you know, stuff. And, oh, look at that. It pops up, and there we are. So it's a pretty cool interactive map. I got to say that some maps in games are terrible. Props to this one. Although it's a little confusing at first, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to follow. Now, we have not removed any travel points, so we're going to be able to go from point A to point B pretty easy if you follow along. But we also go to the newest collectible and pop open the map when we get to a new area. So I do find rather quickly that hopping off the horse takes quite a few extra button pressings to get the map to pop up. So I highly recommend popping the map while you're on the horse. So I'll try to get in a better habit of that. We're going to go in this giant building, though, kind of in the bottom left corner, or bottom right corner, I guess it is, of the map. And we're going to make our way all the way down in and under. That's right, all the way through to the back. And once we get back here, we're going to drop into what appears to be a bank area. And there's tons of baddies. I went ahead and did a quick scan, took out all of them off camera, and now I'm going to go swoop up artifact number 2, which is in this back kind of vault area here. It's not quite, it's like the preliminary vault. And then we're going to pop open this little artifact out of this bag. Once we do that, we're actually going to get access to a safe over on the left. So we got a code for you. It happens to be 602306. Now, one thing I love about these safes are that you don't have to, like, know lefties, righties, whatever. Like, you don't have to know how compo really, and you don't have to do it right. So, like, if you make a mistake, you don't have to go back and correct it. Now, that is glorious for me creating these videos, because sometimes I would go too far or be too short, or something would go wrong and I'd have to redo that. So I'm glad that it's super easy peasy. Now, once we get this all the way open inside, thanks, Dina, thank you. Pretty heavy door there. Inside, we're going to find a dude laying on the ground who's got a shotgun. We're going to go ahead and swoop that up and give it the old ch-ch. Actually, we're going to dust it off first. So more like a sh-sh. I guess, I don't know if that was... Anyways, just to the right of that on the counter, we've got ourselves artifact number 3. And if I haven't cringed you all the way out of this video, we're going to go around to the right-hand corner over here, and look at this. There's a lockbox that inside is another artifact, but it happens to be a double whammy, because guess what? You're going to get a trophy for bringing that off. Well, I guess... ringing that off. Did you see what I... Okay. I'll dial back the cringe about 7 notches. All right, there it is. So great and so small. Reminds me of Me Precious. Kind of. That's what it should have been called. I feel like that they had a missed opportunity there. All right, back out we go. There is a little bit of a travel before we get to the next collectible. So if you're in a hurry, you could feel free to use that quick link. Now, this actually happened where we had guys spawn again. And I actually left this in here because I wanted to talk about this a little bit. So this game has been amazing. Like, I want to say, like, the story is great, although, you know, it did take a little bit of a twist a couple chapters back that we weren't expecting. All in all, as always, Naughty Dog has delivered a top-notch product. However, I've ran into multiple situations where I've had to reload checkpoint due to the game like glitching out. Sometimes it was something as simple as me hopping on my horse and Dina not hopping on, like right there she did just fine. But sometimes she'll just stand there and look at me and not get on, and it's weird. I got caught in the weapons menu once when it was telling me how to switch from weapons. Really interesting. So hopefully you guys have not been running into that. Now here we are. We've just left the last location. We took about 3 gallops to the north. And right here, there's, I guess it's a bus station? Some sort of like little covered area. And inside on the ground is going to be another little satchel. Inside the satchel is that artifact. So we are moving right along here. We're going to go ahead and make our way over to this kind of, well, actually, we're going to go over to this tank. We're going to turn kind of around, pull a U-turn or a hard left, depending on which way you were looking. And there's a giant tank just kind of parked, growing stuff on it. And back in the corner on the stairs, we're going to find the next artifact. So this is quite long. As I mentioned in the beginning, we're making some pretty good progress. And really, it's just collectible to collectible to collectible to collectible. There's not a whole lot of downtime until we get to the end. There's a couple of stretches that definitely have some travel time in them. Okay, another satchel, another artifact. And hey, come on, horsey, get over here. You notice the horsey kind of tends to wander on you sometimes? I don't know. It's all good. We are going to go ahead and hop on him. Wait for our friend. That's right. What's up, Dina? Let's go ahead. She's going to hop on. We're going to go back up over the hill we just came from. And I get kind of sucked. I was actually, to be honest with you, I was reading my notes. And I steered myself right into this corner. We will actually go up onto this building here in a minute. But we're not ready for that just yet. Now, this next one is actually super confusing. So we're going to show you right now on the map where we are. So it's up on the kind of the middle point of the map, right on the bridge. You'll notice that there's a broken bridge on our left. We can't get to the other side of that without coming down this route, hopping on the truck, and then making a nice leap of faith over on. So why this is kind of confusing is once we get down to where we're headed, we're actually going to check the side of this fire truck here, find an axe and some other goodies. I think a health kit and some alcohol or rags or something. There we go. But we're going to use this rope from the fire truck to get down to an area that's not accessible unless you got this little fire hose to swing on. But there's a training manual down there. Maybe. Maybe. So if you've pre-ordered the game and got the pre-order bonus, including the digital version, I myself pre-ordered and even preloaded, so I had the game on my console a couple of days, weeks before it was actually available to play. Now, for whatever reason, Naughty Dog did a naughty thing here, where if you pre-ordered, you get this training manual automatically. It's already in your collectible satchel. Now, we want to make sure we grab the 16 weapon parts, and we want to make sure that we grab the old supplements here too. There's 10 supplements and a candy bar. Nom, 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 nom. But basically, there's no training manual there for me. Don't worry. There is one there for you if you pre-ordered like me. Now, if you didn't pre-order and you just happened to see the training, that's okay. Now, the game has more than enough training manuals in order to get what we need for the trophy. So don't worry about it too much. It is a little confusing. But I will show you another location. So like if you were like me and you did not have a training manual there, I will show you later when we get inside the hotel where our training manual is. So instead of, let's see, what was this one? I'm trying to think of what this one was called. I think it was called crafting, and the one that we get is stealth. So we already have the crafting one for pre-ordering, and we'll get a stealth. But I don't remember how many we need. I'll have to look back and get back to you on that one. But we definitely get more than enough training manuals for what we need. So, all right, here's that broken down building I mentioned before that we had kind of a secret squirrel way to get around. Look at that. Smash the glass all the way around. You yeet yourself across. We'll go ahead and make our way into this broken stairwell second level here. And up top, we got a few things. Starting with the left side, we've got a trading card. Bust open that door and take your card, which happens to be, which one is this? Dr. Uckmann, I think? Yeah. Is it Uckmann or Uckmann? I can't remember. We'll go ahead and swoop that up. We'll grab the weapon parts too. There's looks like 7 total parts there. And on the right-hand side, there is another pop. We'll go ahead and grab that. And pop. We'll grab all 18 of those supplements, which happens to be supplement number 2. So hopefully you guys are figuring that out with the supplementages and the weaponages. They're definitely abundant. Like we've got hundreds for both on like there's 135 and 165, I think. Pretty crazy. All right, right across the street from where we are here is a Valiant Music Shop. Now, on our way there, it does kind of do a story-based bit that prompts us to look up at that dome. We'll go ahead and mark it on the map. So now we've got that marked on our map to make things a little bit easier. Now, trading card number 2 is in here. There is a little bit of a funny edit here. To be completely honest with you, Reese was helping me with this, as this is a very large level. We were trying to map everything out methodically and then get them all. We actually messed up and forgot to grab some weapon parts upstairs. So we didn't, it's all in here. We went back, we edited, it's all good. But there was kind of an extra take that had to be slid in there. So speaking of take that trading card from behind the counter there. Notice that quick little boop. There was a little bit of a glitch there. That was us editing in these weapon parts. And then here in a hot second, I will go ahead and go right back to the original gameplay. So it's all there. Now in our footage too, we did get these weapon parts, so we're all caught up. Everything should be good. It was just a little confusing at first to figure out. So we got 13 weapon parts up here. Most of them are right on the ground or inside that case that you got to break, but there is a couple hiding over here. That's right. So you got 8 on the one side and 5 on the back. If my math's right, that should be GUD. Now we're going to go back downstairs and head out the front door. Now there is a cutscene upstairs in the other room where there's a guitar. And if you're interested in checking that out, it's not relevant to the story or anything like that. It's just kind of one of those extras. I got into it, and it was I was actually recording the weapon parts, which was supposed to be like a quick 30-second take, but it ended up like doing this like 5-minute cutscene. And Reese was laughing. He's like, "Oh, you just got rocked, bro. You got rocked." Get it? You see what he did there? Like, I not only got rocked for missing that, but I also was getting rocked with the guitar. Anyways, yes, I know. He's young, but he's already working on his dad jokes. All right, right around the corner, we go through a little checkpoint and take a right up the hill, and there's some stairs with WLF, which we were trying to figure out what that meant, but we actually get some information on that soon. Upstairs and around the corner, kind of hiding on the ground here, we have another satchel, which gives us artifact number 7. And right behind that is a nice little cabinet. We'll pop open, and guess what's inside? It's a supplement, but don't get too excited. It's only one. It does count towards our overall progress, though, and those will be good for upgrading our characters. Now, to be honest with you, I'm kind of holding out to do most of the upgrading. I'm going to do it all sort of at once, and it might even be one of the last trophies we ring off for our platinum. Now, I was having second thoughts about, I was like, 1? There's only 1 up here? That's so weird. But yes, it was only 1, Brian. Hop back on old Mr. Ed here, and we'll turn around and go down and back to that checkpoint. Remember that checkpoint we just went through? We're going to go up and around this time. So why didn't I grab this on the way? Well, there's a little bit of a detour. You'll see why. I'm going to pop open the map real quick. Now, again, I highly recommend popping your map open whilst on your horsey, because otherwise you got to go through the crafting menu, toggle over, and then scroll down to your artifacts, and then get to the map, which can be a little bit lengthy at times. But go ahead and climb up the guard shack, or the whatever that is, checkpoint, up in the right tower entrance or area here. Boy, if I could spit out some words, that would be great. There is, in fact, an artifact inside the drawer. Now, as soon as you grab that artifact, it actually prompts a journal entry, which we only have 2 of those on here, and they're both pretty much done for us, which is nice. All right, right here, I had another one of those issues where I tried to pull up the map. Look, she's not moving. I could not move her. I had to do last checkpoint and load in. That's why there was another jump there. So that's the second time that's happened to me in this particular area. And I'm hoping that the rest of the areas aren't as problematic. But inside the little tent, we're going to find our one and only workbench for the area. Now, I went ahead and upgraded 1 more attribute for my pistol, and I only did that just because I felt like something needed to be. We got so many weapon parts. I mean, really, we only had 97 at the time of workbenching, but we used 50 of them to go ahead and make our gun a little gooder. Once we're done with this guy, we're going to go ahead and turn it all off, because power saving is essential. We'll go ahead and turn around on the little workbench here. I guess it's not a workbench. On the shelving behind us, we've got 16 total weapon parts, and there might be some alcohol or a rag there for you too. Now we're going to drop down and go right over kind of where we came from. And on the left, there is a little checkpoint here. It's a gate, and I'll show you on the map right where we is, just in case you used a quick link to get here. But this is going to be for the safe. It's actually right through this little gate and around the corner to the right, We're going to hop over and punch in a simple 2-digit code, 0451. I guess it's a 4-digit code, but really it's only 2 numbers versus 3. Normally the safes have 3. I'm not sure why that is either. Kind of awkward. We'll go ahead and spin to win and eventually get to 51. And booyaka shao. Go ahead and open it up. Inside, we've got trading card number 3, which happens to be, what is it? What is it? It's Flo. I guess we've got, is it Geico? No, it's not Geico. It's Progressive. Flo from Progressive. It's probably not that Flo. All right, we'll go ahead and mark this off on our map. Now, it is pretty good. So basically the story element, if you didn't catch on, the story bits require us to search all over looking for the gas to start that generator. As we go through each building and complete it or get everything that's related to the story done anyways, it'll actually kind of mark it off on the map to let us know that we're done. Now, it does not mark off all collectibles, but it is kind of funny how it says, oh, I think we need to search here, or I think we're all done here. It'll tell us that, but that doesn't include the weapon parts and the supplements when it's doing it. Now, I'm having some operator error here. Whoopsie. We'll go ahead and check out this corner market here. It's some sort of a deli or something. Inside on the counter, after smashing the window out, we're going to find 12 weapon parts. We're going to find an artifact right next to it. Now, you might even have a need for some ammo. Good news is there's some ammo sitting right there. We'll swoop that up. Now, I got bamboozled by a drawer here. That's right, the old Mirage got me. Inside, there was some more crafting items. But at the end drawer, down at the back of the little cafe here, we find another trading card. Can't forget to grab old Big Blue. Oh, speaking of don't forget to grab, in the next room on the shelves is some supplementage. Now, hey, spoiler alert, there is a guy in here. Yep, sorry. We'll go ahead and dodge that, give him the old cha-cha-cha-cha. And down and out he is. Now, I do want to pay close attention. Look at the work he did in there. I'm not sure what was happening, but it can't be good. Now, on the old baby changing table here, we've got another artifact. We'll swoop it up. It happens to be a dog. What? A dog bone key? Ooh, that's right. There is a pet store. We'll go ahead and use that to go ahead and access. Now, we actually, fun fact for you, as we have a little bit of time between the, oh, actually, psych, we're actually going to go outside, and there's a guard shack around to the right here. We're going to grab some collectibles in there. There's some weapon parts, number 7. All right, now there's a little bit of time between us and the next one. Reese and I went around, as I mentioned, and kind of like mapped out where and how we were going to grab all of these collectibles. Familiarizing ourselves with not only the story and how it was all going to work out so that we could have like a nice, clean, crisp video. We actually found this location that we're heading to now, and we're like, well, where the crap are we going to find that key? And as it turns out, it's all part of the story. So, some of the things that seem like are extras are actually involved in the story, and some of like the collectibles are easily missed and not. But it's weird how the story will kind of drag us. And like I was mentioning, it does say things like, oh, we should search the area for, items. And it's not saying that because we want a health kit or something. It's because there's collectibles nearby, which is kind of fun. All right, showed you on the map where we is. We're back to almost where we started in a roundabout way. But there's a little alley. We're going to sneak into it. And, of course, there is a back door. Giggity. We'll go ahead and use the key to get inside. Quagmire style. And once inside, we're going to hang a left, and what do we got? We got a nice copy machine. This time we will not make copies of our buttocks. That was another game. That was pretty funny how that happened, though. I was like making jokes about it, and then the character actually did it in the game. It was Jazz Punk, if you didn't catch that stream. All right, make sure you grab that artifact on the old printer machine there, and over on the shelves to the left, we're going to find some supplementage. Now, in this back room, we've got an upgrade for a gun holster. Now, I've noticed that Dina has these optional conversations. You guys remember those from Uncharted 4? I thought for sure there'd be a trophy for those, but it turns out that there is not. At least I have not found one if there is. Now, out and around on the shelves in the main room again, we're going to find 8 more weapon parts sitting there. And just behind us on a table is going to be weapon number 2. It's a stun bomb. So I do believe we get the crafting. I think now we can craft those. Yeah, there we go. The recipe is unlocked. Don't forget to grab the items on the table and make sure you check the old dry erase board here, as that is another one of those magnifying glass kind of indicating story-related bits. Now, I do a quick scan before leaving this place because I was having second thoughts. I was worried that maybe our information was not complete, but it turns out, look at that, map location complete. Horsey's out here waiting for us in the alley, so we'll go ahead and take that and make a right. And let's see here. What's next? We got another artifact coming up. We actually have to go up and around. And let's see here. So we're going to go out and around to the right. We're actually going to head back kind of in the general direction of where we've been. But we're going to go down. Remember when we were swinging on that rope earlier? We're just going to go a little bit further down the riverbeds here. And there's a couple of trucks. You can see there's like dump trucks and stuffs. We'll go ahead and pay attention to one specific one. You can see we're kind of on that northeast corner of the map. Get a little closer. 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 I don't want to get those Converse wet. Oh, too late. Too late. You know those chucks don't drive very fast. If you ever had a pair, you know what I'm talking about. All right, bust open the back of the old truckerini here, and inside we find some dead dudes. It's never fun. Probably smells wonderful. I bet you Febreze could have had a nice little plug here, huh? Inside, we'll climb in. I don't recommend it, but we have to. Go ahead and grab artifact number 12. And then we've got some weapon parts. 12, in fact, chilling in the back left corner. Swoop them all up. And before you go ahead and bounce out of there, do one little scan. Just because you're second guessing. Now, if you guys didn't figure out how to set up the scan, we did talk about that in one of our previous videos. Definitely go back and check those out. I think it was actually chapter 4. I believe it was Patrol that we did that on. It might have been the next ones. What would have been 7, I think, because 5 and 6 don't have collectibles. So, anyways, back we go. Yeehaw! Up and around. We got another artifact coming up. And so we're going to go back around this broken building. We're going to go right by the music shop again. And earlier, the camera kind of pointed us in a general direction to this giant building here. We're finally ready to enter, what is it, the distribution center? Man. All right, there we go. Big, giant question mark still. No slash mark through it. This is a little bit of a journey, guys. We got to go up and in. Now, first of all, there's a ladder to our right that's going to take us up to a little guard shack. Inside is going to be one of those artifacts. We're actually going to come right back down this ladder and then go inside the building. There's some baddies out back we got already, so we'll take care of those. And, of course, we'll remove them for your viewing pleasure. Now, part of the reason I do that is because I'm not always stealthy, and sometimes I'm terrible, or as Reese would say, 'cause you're bad. But, you know, I get those out of there mainly just to speed the process up, not to show you how good or bad I am at fighting, because I'm not very GD, if I'm being honest. All right, go ahead and make the leap of faith down below. There is a gate, and it looks like, oh, no, how are we going to get through? And then check this logic out. Well, let's go ahead and stretch it out. All right, when in doubt, stretch it out. We'll go ahead and slide on through the gate. As soon as we sneak through, we actually hear some infected. Now, this is actually a really cool sequence because you can lay prone by pressing and holding the circle button, and you can crawl through even the shorter grass undetected, which is nice. Now, we'll go ahead and sneak around and take this guy down. Now, I told you we were going to remove all of the footage. I didn't in this particular case because it immediately goes right into the jump to get out of here. So we climb right up and over, and now we can prone and attack from the low. But there's a whole bunch of guys, and we'll make an edit right about now. All right, so take out all the bad guys and then make your way to the back right corner where there is some crazy scaffolding. We'll make our way all the way up and into the building and drop down in. We're on the ground floor. We're going to find a bunch of weapon parts scattered all around. Unfortunately, they're not right next to each other like most of them are, but it's okay. We got you covered. All 10 of them are about to get picked up. There's a lot of stuff over here like rags, bullets, things like that. Well, I guess maybe a lot is not the right word, but we do have a couple of weapon parts. So there's the first 5. There's another optional conversation that Dina is queuing up. I for whatever reason, I just was really good about hitting the prompt and making those happen. Now, inside in this little desk on the checkpoint on top of the safes, or whatever those are, there's another couple of parts. And last but not least, outside around the corner on the right desk here, Booyaka Shao. We got all of them. All of them done did. Now, we've got some more upstairs, so we're going to make our way in through. So we got another optional conversation there. We're going to go through this door at the end of the hallway, and then there's a door here, which actually allows us access to a roller cart. We're going to push this guy all the way over. It looks like we need... Oh, wait. That's right. It was really weird. It wouldn't let me grab that until the conversation was over. That was interesting. So we'll push this over to the bars. And you can tell because it's got the yellow on top. Naughty Dog's always been good about using yellow as their indicator of like where to go, like wall climb spots and things like that. So it was good to see those are continued here. We find a gas can, but unfortunately, no gas. So we'll go ahead and put this giant can into our little bag, and it doesn't seem to poof out or add any space, which is nice. It looks like we got a little desk to climb up on and over. Once we're through here, Dina opens the door and allows us a little bit of space to move this little roller cart again. We'll push it out and over to the left as there is a nice little piece of scaffolding that we can climb up onto. Guys, we're getting pretty close to the final stretch here. I mean, not quite, but almost. Once we get out of here, it's kind of like the final stretch. We'll climb up. Another optional conversation. We'll wait for it. Cue it up. Booyakashow. All right, we'll climb all the way up, and as soon as we get up here, there's some tables. On said tables is 11 more weapon parts. Now, this gets a little tricky. There is a rope over to the side here. We'll swoop it up. And now we got to jump over and do the swing thing. So I believe it's R1 and then R1 and the left analog stick back and forth. You guys have used a swing before. Just kind of use the momentum down while you're going down, up while you're going up, or whatever angle it is, and swing. Dismount made. All right. We'll go ahead and go all the way to the end, and there's a door there. Inside on the table is going to be supplementage. Grab that. Eight pieces. Num-nums. And there's a desk drawer. Swoop it open. There's another artifact, and immediately after picking up the artifact, it's going to transition right into the journal entry number 2. So as I mentioned earlier, both of these are pretty much done for you. And so yeah, done did. Journal entry number 2. Done. All right, behind us, there's a calendar. We'll go ahead and mark that up. I did find that weird, too. I noticed it. 5774. That's, are we in the future? Oh, no, that's a Hebrew calendar. I don't know how that works, but I'll have to get educated on that. All right, out the window we go, and down we drop. This gets a little sketchy here in a minute. Again, I prompted another conversation, and now it won't let me use the stinking ladder. So it's interesting how that works. It's very much prioritizing these conversations. Although, again, as far as I know, there is not a trophy regarding those. But I am just so used to, like, oh, there's one. Hit triangle, you know. I'm so used to that I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, as I mentioned, this level was really big. Reese and I did kind of takes on this. We did kind of sections. There was a quick edit there. I don't know if you saw it. It was actually pretty legit. I might have even been able to get away without saying nothing. But I'm honest in how I do that. I want everybody to know that it's not always easy peasy for us. There's a lot of work. There is struggle from time to time. And but all in all, you know, ultimately, I just explaining my weird blip there. All right, back on the horse we go, all the way out and around. So we're familiar with this. We're familiar with this. Do you guys remember this area over here? We've been here before, but now we're going to go ahead and climb up inside the old window. And when we get in there, there's some bad guys waiting for us. So use the old truck there, get up on the roof. Inside, or up on the roof, there is a window which will allow us to get inside. As soon as we drop in, like I said, there's bad guys. We'll eradicate those, and then we're going to head down the hallway to the right into the next office where there's going to be supplements number 8, totaling 11 pieces. So I think there's 6 bad guys in this whole like office area space. We took them all out just so that it was easy peasy on the collectibles. So we'll go ahead and grab those 8 supplements, and then we actually just go to the end of the hallway here, and then there's this doorway that we need Dina's help to bust open. But this is a point of no return, so make sure you got those supplements. I mean, it's not really a point of no return. You can repeat. I think you can climb up and pull open that window again. To be honest with you, I did not go and do that. But make sure you got those supplements before you drop down, because otherwise you might have to use level select. And then, I mean, you can come back here, I'm sure, but maybe not. All right, down the stairs we go. We find ourselves some ammo on the desk here. Now, remember earlier when I said I got caught up in the weapon? This glitched out on me. I had to reload this as well. Luckily, it was during our preliminary run, so it didn't really matter, but it was majorly frustrating. I basically couldn't get out of that weapons menu there. I did what I needed to do, and then I hit circle, and it wouldn't go away. It was just stuck there, so that was like the 3rd thing that I had go wrong on this level. But anyways, all the way at the end of the dark hallway in the corner are some corpses on the far one. I guess nobody puts baby in the corner, so that's probably not baby in the corner there, but we'll go ahead and pick up the whole artifact that was on the body. There is a window right behind us. There's a little office. It's locked, so you got to smash that window to get inside. In the back corner, there's a cabinet. Grab it up. As soon as you grab it, you might have noticed there's some weapon parts right behind us, too. So we'll turn around and grab 3 weapon parts. Sort of uneventful, but definitely useful. Now, there's another dead dude here, and he's got like a machete. So go ahead and pull that out. When you do that, he drops an artifact. Fun fact for you, we didn't pull that machete out in one of our, we had to replay this level, this whole sec. Like from when that last blip was, I had to replay all of this section over because I missed it. Anyways, grab that artifact, or grab the machete, which leads to the artifact, turn around, and before leaving the room, because you can exit through the door and totally miss this safe, you're going to want to use the safe code 860722. Crack that bad boy open. Inside, we've got, well, some supplements. Swoop them up. Thank you very much. Num num. And some weapon parts. And, of course, some ammo if you're in need. And there's also some alcohol. Not the drinking kind, but the crafting kind. All right, now on our way out of here, there is a nice little Rubbermaid tub in between two of these terminals. Swoop up those 8 weapon parts before making your way out of here. Now, there is a reminder that we do have quick links down below. Usually when Thumbie pops up like that, that means that there is a couple of minutes or more in between now and the next collectible. Now, I know a lot of YouTubers and content creators will definitely use the old point and shoot methods here where they will just kind of go to the next map point, show you the map, and go. But that's kind of one of our staples around here, is that we always trudge through all of this with you and make sure. And although we do remove fight scenes, like we're about to remove some baddies right now, so there's like 5 or 6 guys down here that you had to take out as well. But other than that, we definitely show you how to get from point A to point B, and I hope you guys appreciate that, because there's definitely, you know, some shorter videos available that don't show you that, and we could make those shorter videos, which would require less flapping from me, but we try to go the extra mile because we think you guys appreciate it. So, anyways, before leaving this underground parkade, we noticed that there is some gas over here. We'll go ahead and fill up, even though on my screen I did not notice any fuel leaving that tank going into my... So, I don't know, maybe it was just me. Maybe my eyes... you know, I'm old, and I do possess old man Brian brain, so not everything works properly. But, you know, I feel like there wasn't any fuel looking at that. Maybe my screen's just too small to see. All right, we'll go ahead and lift up the door by using the triangle prompt with the chain rope. Dina will help prop that open for us and allow a safe exit. Now, up at the top, we see our horsey. We'll go ahead and hop on, and now we basically have the gas. We got to go back to where we started, where that generator was, where, you know, we had that gate. So basically, this whole level was really about 5 minutes long. We could have basically gone right down in, got the gas, and bailed. Now, that would have been the quick, easy version. You would have missed a ton of collectibles and all of that. But, I mean, I feel like you could kind of speed run this level by just going straight for where we just did, into the parkade where the gas... I guess you got to go get the gas can first, then you go. So, but, I mean, I think you could do it in probably about 10 minutes versus... I mean, this took a long time. I mean, we're at 30-something minutes right now. Anyways, all right, back up through... Remember this? This is how we came. This is the original path that we left from. Now we're just retracing our steps. And as soon as we hop over this gate, it's going to be to the right is the guard shack. Actually, the guard shack's right to our left. But anyways, there's where we go. The right is where we got the old generator. We'll pour the old gasolineage in. Gasoline. Let's see if we get any fluid out of this time. No, we can't see. It's all good. All right. Whoa, that was efficiency at its finest right there. All right, Dina takes the cord pulling for us this time. And we'll go ahead and follow the old yellow power cable from the generator all the way over to this gate where there is a keypad. We're going to use the code 5345 to go ahead and access that. Now, how did we know that? A magician never tells. That's all I'm going to say. We'll go ahead and, you know, big shout outs to our guide writers. You know, Adam's kind of taking the lead on a lot of the information that we have been using here. We've also had to scour the internet for a little bit of a couple bits and pieces along the way, because some of these weapons and supplements are like ridiculous. Some of them are hard to find, and a lot of people are finding that out. Now we're up and over. We're almost to the hotel. If we go to the left side of the gated community area, whatever you want to call it here, we see an infected hopping over the fence. Now I get spotted. Now, normally I remove footage, but see, because I got spotted, all of the infected from downstairs inside the hotel charge us. Now, I just opted to leave it. I'm chopping. I'm actually not bad here. Not bad with my moves, but I'm not really bragging. I'm just showing you that if you get caught out front, you will get rushed by all the infected inside there. And the good news is that if you did that, there's nothing else to worry about once we're inside. Now, I was kind of curious what that wooden box was. I thought that maybe there was some ammo or something in there. Speaking of ammo, there's some on a little crate right there. we'll go ahead and make our way inside the building now that it's clear of any baddies. And as soon as we come in, we're going to follow the left wall, hop over the counter here, and pop open this drawer, which is going to find us weapon parts 15, which has 7 total parts. Now we're going to jump right back over that counter, follow the right wall all the way over to this door here. It's got like the club on it. We're going to pull the club out, toss it off to the side, allows us access in. Now we're going to hug the left side of this new area and go all the way in and check it out. We got a couple of parts sitting there, 2, and then we turn around and there's a drawer, pop it open, should be 9. Woo to the who. If you need that, I guess it's a crafting part for, it looks like a bomb. So we'll swoop that up, go right up the stairs. We're going right out that door and up the stairs, right across into this hallway, or right across the hallway into this door, into the left room, which happens to be a bathroom. On the counter, we're going to find some supplements. Now, earlier, we found a training manual. Remember, I told you we're going to find another one? So, depending on if you pre-ordered or didn't pre-order, this may or may not be here. Ultimately, you want to make sure that you succeed this level with one of those training manuals. You only need one. So if you leave with one, you're good. Doesn't matter which one, just make sure you got one. Now, in the next little bedroom here, we find a little TV stand. There's a drawer, pop it open, artifact number 18, bust a U-turn, and in the nightstand drawer, we're going to find trading card number 5, which, guess what, guys, is the final one. Woo to the who! Boy, it feels good to be done with Downtown. Hopefully you guys found this video a little bit helpful and maybe entertaining. I wasn't really spicy, but I'll try to spice it up. I was a little cringy. I'll transfer cringe to spice. How about that? Transformers, roll out. As for me, that's gonna do it. As always, until next time.